And again, this is another part, like maybe it's good for you to know. If you look at this part, you can see I was already blowing this place, but all of a sudden the blow up just moved away. So this is the way you actually have to create it. Also, you look at this red dot, and if you move it back, the red dot is going to create it. You see, it moves the red dot. So this ensures that you have everything blurred properly. So you see that it didn't move again. You see, it's not moving. So this is how you actually blur it. And you see, it's about to move away from what I was trying to blur. So what you need to do before it shows that part, because you need to identify that particular frame. So you ensure that everything is covered. So you play it. You see that sudden move. You want to ensure that you cater for that, and you move it back to identify that frame that I think is right before this. So there's a frame that moves there. You want to fill it up to ensure that it doesn't move. So, and when you're done, you just play it. You play it so that you can identify that spot. So by the time you're done, you see there's no sudden move anymore. And you can see because I didn't lock it, it follows everything. So you just want to ensure that this part is taken care of also. And that's the way you do it. And you might be wondering about this one because it was a frame, it was a blowing object that I reused from somewhere else. So I just leave it because anyway, this part is blank. So it's not blocking anything important that my viewers need to see from the video. So I can leave it because this blow object is going to come to a point where it's needed actually. So you can see it's moving because it's a blow object that I took from this part. I move it to this part. So it's returning to its initial position. So this is how you reuse a blow object. Hopefully you don't have, like my video, you don't have something important here that you want to show your viewers. So if you don't have anything really important or something that they've seen over and over again, but so it's fine. And that's the way you can always reuse that blow object, which makes a lot of sense. So I'm just waiting to see how everything's going to blow, because now I don't have any hidden things that I need to blow out here yet. By the time I'm about to get there, by the time the seeker is about to get there, you see that the blow object would have covered the whole place up. And that's exactly what I'm waiting for to see. And if you look at this one below, this blow object is here. Now you can see something. This is moving away from where I initially blow it. I believe this blow object here is the one. If you look at this red dot, this is where I applied. But then something fishy is happening. This guy is moving away. So I need to find the spot where it initially was before it started moving away. You can see this is the spot. So if I start playing it, I need to ensure that you see, this is the point it started moving. So I need to return it back. It's the one beneath this other one. So I need to keep putting it back. And as I'm doing that, it's creating that red dot to just ensure that that frame has been covered. And if you want to cover more space, you can always increase that. Let's increase that and move it back. As I'm doing that, the red dots are being created. The red dot is just the blowing object trying to tell you that it's working. Because I think it actually really moved. And so just have to keep blowing it. And by the time I play it back, you see how it will look like. That was a lot of move. See, there's a giant move there, which we need to blow. You can see. You see that giant move? Let's see where it started off. Wow. So we need to return this back here. You can see it's working. It's while just trying to up that path. So let's see what we have done so far. You can see the line here. Let's see what we've done so far, and let's see how it is. You see, you can see that this didn't move at all. It did not move. There's no sudden move up and down. It remains because of those spots. You see, you can see where I increased the size. Everything is still working on that single spot. You see, that's the move. So we want to ensure that we cover that angle too. So you need to move your seeker to locate that big move. Yeah, that's it. So you bring it back and it creates that red dots. You can wait for it. And before you know it, yeah, this is the second big spot move. It's created dot. You see, it blocks that pot, that space between them. If you can really see that. So let's play it again and see what we've done so far. You can see that's where I increase it. Oh, that's another move. So we need to. So I understand it's a lot of work, but this is what you get into if you don't have enough blowing object left. I just need. Yeah, that's spots. I just need to find that. So sometimes you need to increase your seeker bar. You can see there's a spot between that place. You see, that's how you actually do it. You increase it so that you can increase the frame size or and so you can see where the blowing is. So this is that part. You bring it back here, and you see that the red dot is going to be created there. You see, it moves that red dot over. So let's see. You can increase it again, just for us to ensure that we've covered everything, all the frame, because this is about frame. Yeah, you can see. Oh, that's the point. Waiting for the red dots. There it is. So you can see the red dots in between that. So you need to do, there's a lot of work there actually, but I guess you get the gist of what I'm trying to show you. Okay, there you are. I'm looking for the seeker. Can see because I increased the seeker bar, it shows that there's a lot of that sudden move that you saw there is actually, it actually comprises of a lot of frames. So that's why we can see that. So because yeah, I think this is fine now. You can see it blocks every part because it's just make sure that between this red dot and this red dot, everything here is blow. So I think that's what it's trying to do here. So how do we find out? Only one way. Let's play it back. All right, this one is trying to go back to where I moved it from. So we are watching this one here to see that it doesn't move. So we're just trying to catch it, that it doesn't move again. So you see, this is where I've been moving it. You can see now it's increasing the size. This is changing, it's changing. You see. Oh, now there's a very big move there. So let's just try to increase this again. Where's my seeker? There you are. So let's see. Where did we have that move? It's frame by frame. Yeah, there you go. That's the frame. You see, in between these and these, it moves. So I can just take it back to see what happened. So I think that's the remaining part that I just need to cover up. Yeah, that's the big move. So I bring it back here. Not sure if the red dot has been created before tampering it, so because you have to wait for that. I can admit it's a little tough to do, especially when you don't have any more blowing objects to create. It's tough. This is 2105. You can, but in between the 2105, you have the this is the seconds. You have the milliseconds that you're counting actually from the frame. So we can try to play this again. See, that was a very sharp move, but you can, if you want, you can always have it leave it like that. You can always leave it that way if you don't mind about that sharp move. You can leave that. I think it's actually very fast. We've done an interesting job here to ensure that that part does not. We don't have any moving parts. But if you are finicky like me, you might just want to give it the last try. I think that was that move. You can see it because it was so fast. I think that was the move there. It was so fast. But then I don't want to leave any surprises. So let's see. Let's try that again. I think from the spots I can sorry, you can see me leaning into the into the screen because the blowing section for on YouTube is so tiny. So you just have to look into it very well. You have to look at it very well to know what you want to blow. You can see that there's no sudden move. You can see it didn't move at all. So I've been able to have those parts covered, and that's it. And that's how you work with your blowing objects. If you don't have any more to create, if you have more to create, it's fine. You don't have to go through it. But if you've reached it, if you've reached it the maximum, and you want to, and you still have some places to blow, you reduce the blowing object. You just try to find the video frame to blow, and you know that it's been blurred by the red dot that is created. You can increase the seeker bar so that you can be able to catch each frame accordingly, and you won't miss anything. Yes. So I hope you enjoy this. This is a very nice one. You can see this one that you can see this blowing object that I used over here is now coming back. It came back to its rightful position and it stayed there. You'll see this is the part that I actually needed it. It didn't move anymore. It stayed there. This information underneath is not really does not really matter to my viewer, but because everything they need to see is actually here and this bit. So you see, this is the point I need to blow. So it's right there, and this is how I was able to reuse this blowing. Now you can see that it disappeared because now I don't need it anymore. If I need it, I can extend it and just make sure that it doesn't block, it doesn't blow or block important part that you want your viewer to see. If it's an empty space, a white space, then it's good. Hit the subscribe button and the notification button so you can always get cool tricks and tips like this, and more especially on my networking video. Thank you.